Hey, what's up everyone? My name's Marcus, and today I'm doing something a little different. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to tell you about a service that genuinely changed the way I watch TV, and honestly, the way I run my streaming business. I've tried probably a dozen IPTV providers over the past 3 years. Some were okay, most were a disaster. Buffering, dead links, customer support that ghosted me for days. And then a few months back, somebody in one of my reseller groups mentioned Smart 4K CC. I was skeptical. I'd heard promises like this before, but I gave it a shot, and I'm really glad I did. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything. What the service actually is, what I tested, what I love, what could be improved, and whether I think it's worth your money. Let's get into it. Real quick, a little background so you know where I'm coming from. I've been in the streaming game for about 3 years now. I started as just a regular cord cutter trying to save money on my cable bill, but things evolved. I eventually became a reseller. I package IPTV subscriptions for clients, mostly expats and sports fans who want international content. So when I evaluate an IPTV service, I'm not just thinking about my own couch. I'm thinking about whether this is something I can confidently put my name behind and offer to my clients. That's a much higher bar. That's the lens I'm bringing to Smart 4K CC today. Now, let's start with the basics. So, Smart 4K CC. What exactly is it? Smart 4K CC is an IPTV provider. They describe themselves as the #1 leading premium IPTV provider for Tier 1 countries. And honestly, after using it, I understand why they say that. Here's what you get in a nutshell. Over 32,000 live TV channels. Not 5,000, not 10,000, 32,000 channels. Over 257,000 VOD options. That's video on demand, so movies and TV series. Think of it like having Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and a massive live TV package all rolled into one subscription. Streaming quality goes all the way up to 8K UHD, though 4K is where the sweet spot is for most people. They offer 4K, UHD, Full HD, and HD tiers depending on the content and your internet connection. And the server uptime, they claim 99.95%. In my experience, over about 4 months of use, I'd say that's pretty close to accurate. I can count on one hand the number of times I had a legitimate outage. So here's where my journey started. Smart 4K CC offers a free trial. No credit card, no commitment. You just reach out on WhatsApp and they set you up. I'll be honest, I expected the usual. A watered-down trial with dead channels, low resolution, just enough to make you sign up and then disappoint you. That was not what happened. The trial was the full experience. I was getting crystal clear 4K on my sports channels. I tested the EPG, the Electronic Program Guide, which shows you what's on and what's coming up, like a proper TV guide. It worked beautifully on about 80% of channels. I stress tested it on 3 different devices at once. My smart TV, my Amazon Fire Stick, and my phone. All 3 were streaming simultaneously without a hiccup. And then I did something I always do when I'm evaluating a service for reselling. I opened a support ticket with a fake question just to see how fast they respond. They hit me back in under 10 minutes on WhatsApp. 10 minutes on a Sunday. At that point, I was sold. I didn't even wait for the trial to end. I went straight for the 12-month premium plan. Okay, let's talk money, because this is where Smart 4K CC gets really interesting. They have 2 tiers, standard and premium. And within each tier, you can go month to month or commit to 3, 6, or 12 months. The standard plan starts at about $16 a month for 1 month and drops all the way down to under $5 a month if you go annual. You get over 15,000 channels and 60,000 VOD titles. The premium plan, which is what I'm on, gives you 32,000 channels, 120,000 VOD titles, and it includes the ELK Player and IBO Player apps for free. The 12-month plan comes out to just about $6 a month. $6 for 32,000 channels. Let that sink in. There's also a 20% discount if you buy for 2 devices on standard, and a 40% discount if you're buying 3-device premium. For a reseller like me, that multi-device pricing is a massive deal. And right now, they've got a 50% off promotion running on all plans. I don't know how long that lasts, so if you're on the fence, don't wait. Let's talk about the content itself then, because having 32,000 channels means nothing if they're all garbage. Sports is where Smart 4K CC absolutely shines, and I mean absolutely shines. I'm talking BIN Sports, Sky Sports, ESPN, NBC Sports, DAZN, all of it. Every major football league, NBA, NFL, Formula One, UFC, boxing, you name it, they have it. As a reseller, my clients are mostly sports fans. That's what drives most IPTV subscriptions. People want to watch matches live without paying ridiculous cable fees. Smart 4K CC handles that with no problem. The VOD library is seriously impressive. I'm talking 120,000 movies and TV series on the premium plan. New releases show up surprisingly fast. I was watching a movie within days of it leaving theaters. They also integrate content from major streaming platforms, so Netflix originals, Amazon Prime series, Disney Plus titles. That content shows up in the VOD library. That alone replaces like 3 or 4 separate subscriptions. The EPG, the TV guide, covers about 80% of channels, and it's well organized. The catch-up feature lets you go back and watch content you missed, usually up to 7 days back. For my clients who work odd hours and miss live matches, that feature is a lifesaver. Now let's geek out for a second, because the technology behind this service is genuinely impressive. Smart 4K CC uses what they call anti-freeze TM 9.8 technology. In plain English, it's their system for keeping streams stable even when your internet isn't perfect. I've had it running on a connection that was fluctuating between 20 and 35 Mbps, and the stream barely stuttered. For reference, they recommend a minimum of 15 Mbps for standard streaming, and at least 1630 Mbps for HD and 4K. I was well within range, and the experience was rock solid. The stream uses H.264 compression, which is the industry standard for high-quality video at efficient file sizes. The channels load fast, even when I'm switching between them rapidly. One thing I specifically tested as a reseller: can multiple users watch simultaneously on separate devices without degrading the stream? The answer is yes, as long as you're on a multi-connection plan, which is an option they offer. They also have privacy protection and an integrated VPN built in. That's not something every IPTV provider includes. And for my clients who are privacy conscious, that's a real value add. The payment system is encrypted and secure. They accept PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and even crypto like Bitcoin. That flexibility is important for an international client base. Customer support. This is the thing that separates serious providers from fly-by-night operations. Smart 4K CC offers 24/7 live chat support, and they primarily operate through WhatsApp, which, honestly, I love. It's fast, it's easy, I have my whole support history in one place. Over my 4 months with them, I had to reach out maybe 5 or 6 times. Let me break those down. Once, 2 channels I needed for a client weren't loading. I messaged support. They had it fixed within the hour and explained it was a scheduled server update. Weekly maintenance to keep performance high. Totally acceptable. Another time, I needed help setting up the ELK player on a client's Amazon Fire Stick. The support team walked me through it step by step. They even have a full tutorial section on their website, video guides and setup instructions for different devices. And when I was setting up my reseller account, the process was smooth. They have a dedicated reseller page on the site. There are packages specifically designed for people like me who want to offer IPTV to their own clients. Honestly, the support experience here is better than most mainstream tech companies I deal with. That is not an exaggeration. Let me walk you through what actually happens when you subscribe, because the onboarding is genuinely painless. Step 1, you pick your plan on the website and place your order. The checkout is clean, it takes about 2 minutes. Step 2, you wait. And I say wait loosely. According to Smart 4K CC, account delivery takes between 5 and 60 minutes. In my experience, it was closer to 15 minutes. Your login credentials arrive by both email and WhatsApp. Step 3, you plug in your credentials to whatever app or player you're using, ELK player, Ebo player, or any other compatible IPTV app, and you're watching TV. That's it, 3 steps. Start to finish. I was watching content in about 20 minutes after payment. They have tutorials on the site for all major devices: smart TVs, Amazon Fire Stick, Android boxes, iOS, Android phones. The setup guides are clear even if you're not super technical. Okay, I promise to be honest, so let me give you the real picture on the things that could be better. First, EPG coverage isn't universal. They cover about 80% of channels. For the remaining 20%, you don't get that TV guide feature. It's a minor inconvenience, but worth knowing. Second, very occasionally, maybe once or twice a month, an individual channel will go down temporarily. This is honestly par for the course with any IPTV service. Their engineers fix it quickly, usually within a few hours. But if that specific channel is something critical for a live event, the timing matters. My advice: always have the catch-up feature as your backup. Third, the website could be a bit more polished on mobile. It works fine, but browsing plans on a phone isn't quite as smooth as on desktop. And fourth, you do need a solid internet connection. They're pretty upfront about this. Minimum 15-16 Mbps for standard, 30 Mbps for HD. If your internet is weak, that's on your ISP, not Smart 4K CC. None of these are deal breakers, not even close, but I wanted to give you the complete picture. Okay, verdict time. I've been using Smart 4K CC for about 4 months now. I've put it through its paces personally, and I've recommended it to at least a dozen of my own clients. The feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. If you're a regular viewer, someone who just wants to cut the cord, watch sports, and have access to a huge library of content, Smart 4K CC is an absolute no-brainer. The value at $5, $6 a month for the annual plan is unmatched in this market. If you're a reseller like me, someone building a streaming business, the multi-device packages and the dedicated reseller program make this the kind of partner you actually want. The reliability, the support, and the content variety mean you can confidently put this in front of clients. The 7-day money-back guarantee means there's no real risk to trying it. And the free trial means you can test drive the whole thing before you spend a single dollar. For me personally, I'm not going anywhere. I just renewed my 12-month premium plan and I have zero regrets. Smart 4K CC, genuinely one of the best IPTV decisions I've made. If you want to check out Smart 4K CC for yourself, the link is in the description below. You can grab a free trial through their website. No commitment, no credit card needed. They've currently got a 50% discount running on all subscription plans, so right now is genuinely one of the best times to jump in. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I monitor this channel and I try to answer everything. If this review helped you out, hit that like button. It helps more people find honest IPTV reviews instead of the generic sponsored garbage that's out there. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.